Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of the Hyrule Inquiry. Hope you guys enjoy! This question is from Raul Undead. Question: do you think adding another sentient race, species to the game would be a good idea? I don't necessarily want to say whether I think it'd be a good or bad idea, because I honestly don't know if it would be a good idea or a bad idea. I think it would be a fun idea, maybe a good idea in that sense, because people enjoy the races in Zelda. I mean, like for example, the Minish were introduced in one game, and I still hear about them occasionally. From time to time, people are like, hey, what happened to the Minish? Hey, what happened to the Minish? I think it would be a good idea if they created a race that continued throughout the Zelda series. If not, and it's just one race in this one game, I know it creates opportunities for people to theorize what happened to them, where they went, why they're not in future Zelda games, things like that, why they weren't in past Zelda games. Another species race, I guess the only downside to that I can think of is that this game already has, no, not even, it has a few races. It has Gorons, Zoras, Ritos, Koroks, things like that. And I mean, if I think of like fantasy, I mean, there's so many different creatures in fantasy, and I think it'd be cool to implement more species and fantasy-like characters. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be cool. This question is from Hylian ASMR. What are you most looking forward to in Breath of the Wild in one word? Lovely video. Thank you. One word. One word. It's in my head, it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't spit it out. Like, exploring, I guess? That's one word, yeah, exploring. I'm really looking forward to exploring Hyrule. I mean, with such a focus on having this open-end game where you can just basically go wherever the frick you want, I'm looking forward to that. I think that's so cool. In Witcher 3 and in other games, I like being able to explore this vast open land, and in Dragon Age, I really enjoy that about these games, and I think it'd be really fun to finally have this in a Zelda game. I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do in a video game, basically. Whenever I look at video games or want to play video games, Ocarina of Time always comes to my mind, because I was like, wow, in Ocarina of Time, once I leave Kokiri Forest, I have all of this Hyrule field to explore, and now it's even bigger, and like, I'm just so excited for that. Question is from Garvin's Man. I hope I said that right, I'm sorry. These videos are fun and a great idea. I have a question, but it's multifaceted. I hope that's okay. Yes, it's okay. Considering how Breath of the Wild is creating this new style of Zelda gameplay, the open air concept, do you think they will go back to the formula established in the Link to the Past Ocarina of Time on a new future console version of Zelda? Should they stick to open world Zelda titles from here on out? Okay, to be honest, in my opinion, I love open air games. I just mentioned this in a previous question, but yes, I personally would like if they stuck to this new formula for Zelda. And if it were to be more traditional in the sense of like point A, point B, point C, blah 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 until the end, I think those are fun for handheld games. So like A Link Between Worlds, and even A Link Between Worlds, you kind of had a little bit of leeway, but it was still boom 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 boom. And Ocarina of Time, like I mentioned in a previous video, in a previous question as well, is that like, hey, you had this giant, well, at the time, giant Hyrule field to explore, but you still had point A, point B, boom, 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 boom. And I think those are great for handhelds, you want to kill some time on the subway or on the bus or in the waiting room of wherever, blah, blah, blah. Those Zelda games aren't bad. They're not bad at all. And I know they just wanted to break away from that because, you know, so many people were saying that Zelda was becoming too linear, it was becoming very straightforward, and, you know, and not necessarily, in my opinion, a bad thing, but like I said, for a handheld maybe, because open air games, I don't know, I just feel like it gives the players so much freedom. I mean, how can a player not enjoy that freedom? But at the same time, the Zelda series has done so well. I mean, why break away from that convention 100%? I think it'd be a good idea to have those in like 3DS games. You know, they did say, even though the Twitch is going to come out, the Switch, the Nintendo Switch is going to come out and have a portable feature where you can, you know, take it off the thingy and the commercials and take it wherever you want. They're still going to be planning to make 3DS games. So for when it comes to home console games, I would like Zelda to be open air and kind of sticking to this new Zelda formula, and then handheld 3DS games kind of sticking more to like traditional Ocarina of Time style, you know, if that makes sense. I hope I answered your question in a way that you like. I hope that answers your question. But yeah. Alright, thank you guys for joining in this episode of the Hyrule Inquiry. And I will see you guys in the next one. Please comment down below. Leave your questions. Let me know what you want me to answer about previous Zelda games, the upcoming Breath of the Wild, or possibilities for future Zelda games. Ask them all. Ask away. I love answering your questions. I have so much fun with this video, with this series. The Hyrule Inquiry is so far the funnest one I look forward to making for you guys, because I know I'm not phenomenal with theories and things like that. And I look at other Zelda YouTubers, and they're amazing with what they do. And for me, I like to analyze, and I like thinking, you know, as deep as I can about the games, and in-depth, I want to say analyzing, but I just said that, of, you know, trailers, characters, and stories and things like that. It's so much fun to me. But I'm not that great at putting it together into words for you guys. So when it comes to answering your questions, I honestly have so much fun with it. Like, I feel like I can connect with you guys, I can give you guys my own personal opinions without sitting here and, you know, writing a 20-page long theory on what happened theoretically in this game or that game. You know, I mean, not that those aren't fun, and I commend those YouTubers that do that. Kudos to you guys, 100%. But me personally, this is the funnest part I've been having with YouTube lately. So please submit your questions. And if you want me to do a personal Q&A, I can do those too. But, you know, this is my Hyrule Inquiry, so these are Zelda-related Q&As. But let me know if you guys want me to do a personal one. I've considered it, but, you know, let me know, okay? Bye, guys.